Well, today I want to get a little bit of a start going on the front part of this dollhouse. There's quite a lot of work to do to it, and I just kind of want to show you how I'm starting to prep it for the restoration. So to begin with, I want to get this paper off of the back of the front of the house off. And as you can see, the hinge broke right off the side of the dollhouse. And there's a fair amount of that left side of the front of the dollhouse missing, which I'm going to have to replace that missing wood. And I'm going to be removing these hinges as well. So, first of all, I want to try and save this little piece of wood that broke off the corner of the dollhouse because I will be re-gluing it back on. So I've just got a screwdriver out and I'm going to gently try and remove it. And as you can see, the whole inside of the back or inside of the front door of the dollhouse has all got a heavy kind of cardboardish paper on it. So what I'm doing, the best way to remove the paper is not to scrape it, but to wet it, and then it should come off fairly easily. So I don't know what kind of glue they might have used to put on the back of this door, but I'm hopeful that wetting it down typically will take off any kind of paper, old wallpaper, that type of thing. So I'm just gonna kind of let the wet paper towel kind of sit on it for a couple of minutes, and it doesn't have to be that wet, just wet enough that, see where it was stuck down, now it's just lifting up. So it really is a good technique for doing this, although you don't want to soak this old dollhouse and have it warp. So you want to make sure that once you've removed the paper that you dry the wood off pretty good. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I need to remove the existing windows that are on it, the window frames, and I can't do that without exposing the little nails that are holding the window frames on. And sometimes they're hammered on with a nail, sometimes they're put on with a screw, sometimes the nail is bent over on the back and hidden underneath of the paint or the paper. So that's why I'm exposing the entire back. Now what I've done is I'm just taking a razor blade, and as you can see, I'm just scraping it down really well. And the reason why I'm doing that, look at, see all that glue that's coming off of it? So I want to remove all of the glue, like 100% of the glue, and clean this wood up as clean as I possibly can make it. For some reason, there's a thumbtack there. So you can see there's a window that's been installed on the other side, and that's the little nail that's poking through, and I need to be able to expose that. So if the nails are bent over, of course, I've got to bend them straight so that I can get the window frame off without bending it. So worst case scenario is you do not want to bend that window frame on the other side when you're removing it. It's got to come off really super gently. So yes, it does look like a real mess, but at least it's pretty much all here. Now, as you can see, the window on the right there, the square one, and the one right above it, right here, those are not correct. So they have to go. This is correct, this window, the square one, but these two are just, somebody's made a homemade little frame to make up for the fact that one of the frames was missing. And before we begin, you can see this is really dirty. So I'm just going to give the whole entire thing a quick wipe down. I'm sure it's been stored in somebody's attic or garage for quite some time. And so I just used some dish soap and water and just gave her a good scrub. So, and now she's scrubbed down. She doesn't look that much better, but at least she's clean. So now I'm going to have to endeavor to get these windows off. So So what I've done is I've just taken this little punch here and I hold it on this side, and then I take a little hammer and give it a tap and tap out the nails. So that nail's a stubborn one. That one came out. That's pretty good. That one's a stubborn one. And that one came out real easy. So two easy ones and two hard ones. But I have to take my time because I really, really, really don't want to bend it. So now I'm at the Pottery Studio, which also has a wood workshop, and I brought it along. And you can see these little square frames. Doesn't matter if they get destroyed because I will not be reusing them. So I plan on recreating frames that are exactly identical to the one that was downstairs to the left of the little front door. Now I haven't decided yet how I'm going to mold them or whether or not I'm going to have them scanned and 3D printed. But either way, they're going back to look exactly identical to the way the house would have looked when it was brand new. So right now we're just trying our very best to remove all of the nails and screws and hardware that are on the front of this house so that when we go to put the new windows in, these little nails, extra pieces of hardware are not sticking out all over the place. Yeah, so I mean, you just got to really, really, really take your time and go at it really slowly. So, as you can see, I've got my girlfriend Leslie. She's got the pliers in her hand and she's kind of pulling out that little nail for me. So, and it comes out quite easily. It's kind of nice to have the extra set of hands, and then that way I can at least film. So, yeah, and as you can see, the window on the left, the little red mark there in the left, that's the other window, which I'm is going to be super easy to take out. So I've just left it in. I'm more concerned with getting the window that's on the downstairs and the ones that I need to create new windows for, getting all those openings nice and clear. So yeah, so pretty much got nails that are bent over. Yep. It's the way it always is. And then here's this last nail, and yeah, it's just popped off. And I want to show you this. This is a lead test swabs. So lead test swabs that you can buy on Amazon. This is very important if you're going to be doing antique dollhouse restoration. And I'll tell you why. Sanding lead paint is extremely dangerous for your lungs. So if you need to remove lead paint, you need to do it with paint stripper, and you do not want to sand anything. So you just take one of these swabs, you put it in water, you shake it a little bit dry, then you rub it along on the paint, and if it changes color, then chances are it's lead paint. So what she's doing is she's just pushing it back and forth for 30 seconds, and then you compare it on the test strip on the top. So you can see here, the darker the red it turns, more lead content it has. If it would have stayed just that golden yellow color, then it would have been lead free. But this is as dark a swab as you could possibly imagine. If you're in Edmonton, Alberta, on Sunday, September the 15th from 10 to 4 is our miniature dollhouse show and sale. It's at the Royal Hotel on 100th Avenue and 178th Street. And we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you very much for watching today's journey as I begin to restore this dollhouse. My buddy Kevin will also be restoring the exact same dollhouse, and he's in the UK. So as soon as he gets back from his holidays, we'll be doing some filming for his restoration project at the same time. I thought I'd get a head start. I wanted to test the paint and make sure that it had lead in it so I'd know whether or not I could sand the front of the dollhouse, which obviously I can't because it does contain lead paint, so that means I'm going to be stripping it. And so yeah, there you go. So we've got a little bit of a head start. Also got to figure out how I'm going to recreate those missing window frames. So that will be for another video. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. It's free to do so. Hit that notification bell, and if you've hit it in the past and you're not seeing that my videos are coming up, it's because YouTube keeps shutting that down for everyone. So you got to do it again. Good grief. Okay, well, leave some comments below. And once again, everyone, have the best day ever.